Microsoft and Activision. Yes, it's one of the main stories, but it has left a lot of people wondering what Sony's next play could be. And there have been a few names floated around from analysts in the industry talking about moves that Sony could make to increase its mind share, to increase its value as a company further than it already has by, making great games and selling the most popular console. Let's talk a little bit about what this report in the Hollywood Reporter had to say. It's actually a really interesting article about the state of the industry and where things are going. Let's get into it. Thanks for watching. Before I get into it, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell to know when these videos go live. Thank you so much for watching. So largely, I'm just going to take a look at this Hollywood Reporter article with you today a little bit. And Michael Pachter said on January 18th, that it was likely that the regulators would restrict terms of the combination and require Microsoft to continue to offer Activision Blizzard and perhaps other games to Sony under substantially the same terms as it has been offered in the past. So what he's saying is he thinks that the reason Call of Duty will continue to come to the PlayStation platform is largely because of laws associated with a monopolistic type deal. Or at least maybe he thinks that, okay, look, maybe they're going to make them continue to release those games cross-platform. Otherwise, it's like too good of a deal for Microsoft, and it could potentially hurt the industry as a whole. A lot of people have sort of disagreed with that. A lot of people don't think there's going to be any issues with this deal moving forward, but maybe there's some fine print we don't know about it. Michael Pachter has been around a long time. But the other half of the question has been, could Sony go out and start acquiring companies? A lot of companies have been floated around, EA, Ubisoft, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, well, I don't think it would be the worst move in the world. There was some thoughts in this article, and I'll share my own thoughts here in just a second. So Electronic Arts, maker of the Madden, FIFA, NHL, and Medal of Honor franchises, that was obviously one of the companies that popped up. There was also Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed and Just Dance home, and Take-Two, publisher of Grand Theft Auto. Of course, Take-Two would be a really smart acquisition for anybody if that is in the cards and if that's where the industry is going. There's a larger conversation to be had about overall consolidation, which I actually think it's inevitable. I do think that Sony will buy somebody, and I think Microsoft's going to buy somebody, and eventually all these bigger companies will end up under one of those two umbrellas. But one of the analysts said, for Sony, EA is likely to be the favorite. A team of analysts at Enders Analysts argued January 19th, both EA's market value at about $37 billion, Ubisoft and Take-Two may be far cheaper to buy, Enders concluded. I think Sony's best move would honestly be EA to answer back to an acquisition like Activision Blizzard. You have to think, with EA, you get games like Madden, you potentially get games like Apex, the Medal of Honor series, FIFA, and NHL. Now, I know a lot of the core gamers don't think about Madden, FIFA, and NHL as that big of a deal, but those games sell a lot every year, comparable to games like Call of Duty, actually. So those sports titles that a lot of us sleep on, we forget about the value proposition that they would bring to somebody who were to purchase it. So if Sony were to buy EA or any other of the mega publishers that were floated, it'd be a really smart business move for them, honestly. Now, do they want to go that route? They've gone more of the hire people that they've worked closely with route in the past, which, by the way, I never really faulted them for. I just pointed out that the internet was a little hypocritical about that acquisition. I think Sony's done incredibly smart business. Nobody could deny that. I think Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard is also very smart business. So I think Sony buying EA would be very smart. If they can't buy EA, then my next pick, man, Ubisoft and Take-Two. That's a toss up because you have the Assassin's Creed annualized franchise, right? constantly making a lot of money for Ubisoft. You got games like Rainbow Six, and then you have all the other sort of random things that they've been doing that, while we might not like all of them, I'm sure some of them are making money and they will likely stick around. There was one other note, though, one other person that could enter the ring and sort of compete within this realm, and that was Disney. A great way for Disney to build upon its digital future and for Bob Chapek to step outside Bob Iger's shadow would be to buy EA, says Handler. Combining EA Sports with ESPN could create a lot of unique opportunities like a real sports metaverse. Oh, God, I hate that word. While such a game-changing deal would mark a change of strategy for the company, Handler argues that it comes down to a bigger question. Does Disney want to be old or new media? Video games is a $200 billion global industry and growing. And they actually break down the companies. So like in my video, I'm like, oh, we're all focused on Sony and Microsoft, and why isn't anybody talking about Tencent, right? So with the Activision purchase, that puts Microsoft at $24 billion. This is Cohen's estimate of revenue after Microsoft closes the Activision deal. So $24 billion for Microsoft. Sony's next, 24.4. And then who's after that? It's Tencent. So nobody's paying attention to Tencent, and yet they're ahead of these two companies that so many of us focus on. And then Nintendo must be above both of them because we all know that Nintendo's like nuts. So according to this, though, this is by revenue. So Tencent, Sony, that seems off. I don't know why, but let's not have me get into numbers again and get myself into trouble. So my pick for the number one company, if I could only pick one that Sony could buy to answer back to Activision Blizzard, I would have to say EA. I think you get a tremendous amount of value. You get studios like the BioWare studio, making Mass Effect PlayStation exclusive. Wouldn't that be weird after it was originally released on the 360 exclusively, and then later it came to the PlayStation platforms to have everything come full circle, and then Mass Effect is a franchise that was exclusive to the PlayStation brand? I mean, people seem to think I care. Like, I have all the consoles, so I'll just play wherever that series comes out. Yeah. Anyway, that's sort of my take on the whole situation. I wanted to discuss this article and talk about where people thought Sony could invest a large sum of money. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when they go live. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the State of Play on Wednesdays. They're showing Gran Turismo, which actually, it's looking better and better. Every trailer that they have shown has looked really, really good. So hopefully we're in for a treat. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of the members who support the channel. If you want to support the channel by becoming a member, you can do so. Thank you so much to all the members. If you want to become one, click that join button. It's my son's birthday today. So, Daniel, if you watch this when you're 18 or something, happy birthday. You're turning 1. I love you. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Bye, everybody.